Sometimes there are people in your life who leave an imprint so deep that you can't help but wish for a future where paths don't cross again. It's not out of hate, but out of the understanding that some things are better left in the past. There are moments in life when letting go feels like the only choice, not because you want to, but because holding on only creates more confusion. I hope our paths never meet again for both our sakes. Some chapters in life are meant to be closed, and as much as you may care, you realize that it's healthier to move on without looking back. It's not bitterness or resentment that makes me wish we never meet again, but the realization that some relationships are simply meant to fade away, leaving behind only memories. Wishing not to meet again isn't about hate. It's about accepting that some people belong in the past, and some moments are better left unspoken. I have learned that not every person who comes into my life is meant to stay. Some are meant to teach, some to leave, and some simply to make me stronger. There are times when it's easier to wish you don't cross paths again, because some relationships aren't meant to be revived, no matter how strong the past once was. The idea of not meeting again doesn't stem from anger. It comes from the peace of knowing when it's time to let go and find your own way. Sometimes the best form of closure is accepting that you don't need to meet again, because some people are just a part of your history, not your future. I hope we don't meet again, not because I don't care, but because I know it's time for us both to grow beyond what we once were. Some people leave such a mark on your life that at a certain point it's healthier to release them, wishing the best from afar without the need for a reunion. Not every ending needs a new beginning. Sometimes the beauty lies in allowing things to fade away gracefully without forcing them to start again. I hope we never cross paths again, not out of spite, but because I now see the value in moving on and creating a future unclouded by the past. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone is to walk away and never look back. It's in that silence that healing begins. I've come to realize that not all goodbyes need to be dramatic or filled with emotion. Sometimes they just need to be quiet, final, and freeing. As painful as it is to say, some relationships are not meant to be revived, no matter how strong the memories may be. There comes a time when you realize that seeing someone again is no longer beneficial. It's just a reminder of what no longer fits in your life. It's not about avoiding the past. It's about choosing a future where the past doesn't control your present anymore. The hardest part isn't walking away from someone you once cared about. The hardest part is realizing that some people are better off staying memories. I hope we don't meet again because sometimes the best way to heal is to create distance, not just physically, but emotionally as well. It's not hate that makes me wish we don't meet again. It's the realization that I've outgrown a chapter that no longer serves me. The beauty of life is in learning when to let go. Sometimes that means never meeting certain people again, and that's okay. When you finally find peace within yourself, you realize that some encounters are best left in the past, no matter how much they once meant. Some wounds can only be healed by letting go, and sometimes that means not revisiting the past, no matter how hard it is. Sometimes the act of moving forward is rooted in the silent wish that certain people don't return into your life. It's not about erasing memories. It's about letting go of the emotions that keep you stuck in a past that no longer serves you. I don't wish for things to stay the same, but for the courage to embrace change, even if it means never seeing certain faces again. Sometimes what feels like a loss is really just the space you needed to grow. I hope we don't meet again because that space is what I need to thrive. It's not about forgetting the past. It's about creating a future that doesn't rely on what was once familiar. Sometimes the best way to heal is not to revisit old wounds, but to walk forward with your head high and your heart intact. I don't wish to meet again, but I do wish for peace, both for you and for myself as we both move on. We all have moments where we realize that some people are better left behind, not because of bitterness, but because that's where they belong. Some people walk into your life for a reason, and when that reason is fulfilled, it's time to move on, leaving the past behind. In every goodbye lies an opportunity for growth. Sometimes that growth happens best without the need for another meeting.